Now, New York City is one of those places that piques many people's curiosity. So walk around the city with me. It might be cold as hell today, but it's important that I get out there and enjoy the vibes of New York City. One of the worst things about living in New York City is when it rains or when the weather is bad, you simply can't get out there and enjoy the city. You cannot enjoy this great, energetic atmosphere. New York City has so many great things about it, so many great potential to live life according to your own beliefs and your own standards. And when it is raining and the weather is bad, you can't get out there and fully live and engage with New York City. You cannot get out there and feel the environment and feel the chaos that fuels the energy and excitement of the city. It is a bit windy. I lost my damn microphone, so I'm talking to you as close as possible, hoping that I can pick up some really great quality on this phone, this naked phone. You have the Moynihan train station, Madison Square Arena, you have the Empire State Building looking so beautiful, and during that way you have the entrance to the High Line. We're just cruising along the 9th Avenue, getting in some local culture in this area. If you want to escape off from the tourist areas, just come along the 8th and 9th Avenue right before you hit the whole High Line. I remember my days coming here and visiting New York City. I would stay at the Pennsylvania Hotel, sneak off through these areas, go inside of the areas in this way, going that way, and go nightclubbing. To some hole-in-the-wall nightclubs. One of my favorite nightclubs in this area was a nightclub called Secret. And when you would walk past the building of Secret, you'd see this beautiful red light, pinkish red light, but behind that light in that door was a secret. Just thinking about the joys of yesteryear, being in my 20s and having a lot of fun, oh man, if I can go back to those days or live a similar life, that would all be great. This building was the building that would always remind me that I'm in the right area, to where I would travel around this way and get off to the nightclubs. But they renovated this building. It was like a little beer hub. And right along this way, you would escape off past the UPS mailroom and pass there and go to the Secret nightclub. And that's not the only place in New York City that has secrets. There's a lot of places in New York City, secret entertainment spots and underground worlds. A stark contrast from what they used to be. As you get older, you watch how life has evolved. You watch how the kids are enjoying things. They don't enjoy the things how we used to enjoy the things. The socialness of it all, hanging out, well, what I've noticed especially, a lot of these kids like to hang out in around school areas and around train stops and bus stations. They like to hang out in the little fast food restaurants. They like to hang out at the gym. They don't do much of going out to the clubs and all of that, going out to social spaces anymore. The house parties are a little different, for whatever that may be. I remember when I was in my 20s, we'd go to a house party and we'd have fun. I don't know if they even have house parties anymore. They spend most of their time in pajama pants. By all means, do as you wish. But I just couldn't do it. Back in my time is 20 and 23 years old, which was roughly about 15 years ago. We get dressed up, we get ready to go to the club. and be social. This is the Chelsea neighborhood. You have the Midtown area in which we just came from, but we're in the Chelsea neighborhood. But you get dressed, you get social, and you go hang out. You make sure you were fashionable, you had great cologne, you had good grooming, you were ready to talk to the girls and the guys. You were ready to make friends. Hell, you were ready to hook up if that's what you were into, if you were living in New York City. But it was everything but boring. The models, the rock stars, the skateboards, the athletes, the jocks, we would all meet together. Now I'm noticing a trend where they all dress in pajama pants, go to the fast food restaurant, and do whatever the hell they do. They vape. I don't know if you're a vapor. I wouldn't tell anybody to put that poison in their body, but hey, to each his own. You have to live your life as authentically in the best way you see possible. But you went out there and you had tons of fun. You experienced life. The reason why you weren't in a relationship because you approached a guy or you approached a girl. There was no entitlement. In New York City, if you got turned down, you moved on. I don't know if they still do that anymore. And that's another thing too. If you got broken up with in New York City, you cry in the streets, you do whatever it takes. You might curse them out a couple of days, but you're back on the market, enjoying yourself, getting out there, meeting new people. New York City has 8 to 9 million people living here amongst the 5 boroughs, with Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens being some of the most popular boroughs. It's a lot of living to do. It's a lot of people to meet. It's a lot of ways to live and have fun and be authentically you. You can find your soulmate, somebody who enjoys the exact same things you do, and you can build a life with that person. You can find your friends, somebody who enjoy the exact same thing you do, and you can build everlasting friendships with that person. But what I would recommend in the friendship department is finding a diversity of people. I would never say count on one specific person to do everything for you, to be everything to you. If you like Broadway productions, have a friend for Broadway productions or two. If you like dance performances, have a friend or two or three for that. If you're into anime, have a couple of friends for that, because you can't depend on 1 or 2 people or 5 people to do every single thing that you want to do. Even your lover might not want to do every single thing you want to do. And if you can't depend on those people to go with you and enjoy life, do it by your damn self. Sometimes it's okay to just go have that experience by yourself. We are on 23rd Street, one of the most iconic streets in all of New York City. You have the Chelsea Hotel that way. This is the start of all the vibrancy in this area. On 8th Avenue is very LGBT friendly. Well, Chelsea is in general, but on 9th Avenue, everything is nice and it's sophisticated and it's low. This is one of those nightlife, if you want to take it easy and be not too far away from the rowdy crowd, you do it in this area. You do it on the 9th Avenue. You come out to one of these little quaint little bars over here, hidden bars. You have you some pasta and some wine and some champagne or some sushi, or you sneak off and what is that? That looks like a Canadian bar and cafe. I don't know how to say it. I'm not even gonna try. But it's the slower life than the 8th Avenue. And it's a great space to hang out with your friends and enjoy the local environment. But you get you a couple of friends or acquaintances, and you go out there and you have fun. You enjoy life. Even if nobody else wants to do it with you, you do it alone. Sometimes it's okay to have those life experience alone. Sometimes it's okay to sneak off into that hidden restaurant, that hidden bar, that hidden performance, and enjoy life by yourself. I wish I could stop and smell the flowers, but those are protected. The slight murmurs of cars, not too much going on. It's just me running my mouth. But that's the diversity of New York. And that's the diversity of your life. And that's where you find your uniqueness. And your uniqueness is powerful because there's so much things you can do and be and become in New York City. You are just as strange as the next person. You are just as normal as the next person. You are just as you as the next person. They'll judge you. People think that New York City is a judgment-free zone. But even though they'll judge you, you still can be who you want to be, authentically. People are gonna say what they're gonna say, regardless whether you like it or not. You can't control that. The only thing you can control is how you react to that. And I would tell you this, as long as no one is putting their hands on you, as long as no one is harming you, you shouldn't give a damn what they say about you. Because I guarantee you they have more skeletons in their closets than you do. Those are some of the most beautiful homes that I've ever been into in this area. Beautiful townhouses. Each one of them have about 5 floors with a built-out basement all the way going to the top. If I were to live in Chelsea, I'd live in that area. I'd actually live on the back roads of here. It's very quaint and quiet, especially at night. And it's very rock and roll and carefree. A beautiful mirror on the back there. Let's hype that up. We need some more closeness in this camera. Look at that, out of nowhere. A hidden fish market. Even the housing complex in this area tend to be a little bit well maintained and safe. And that's the beauty of New York City too as well. You can have the housing Section 8 right here, and you can have millionaire apartments right there in the damn back. Very expensive. So are you on government assistance, or do you stay in a $5,000 a month apartment? The separation from the rich and poor is not hard. It's just steps away. But you live completely different lives. Look at that. They look great. Little rock and roll carefree group there. But back to what I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself. Yeah, you pick out a couple of friends and you enjoy life with whoever is down for it all. And if you can't get people to be down for it, go do it your damn self. You see this building here? I'm going to show you something. So if you look across the street, you see that building says Stone Street Coffee. If you go inside of that building, and behind the door inside of that coffee shop, it's a hidden nightclub called Bathtub Gin. Let me say that again because I think a list caught up there. Bathtub Gin. It's a 1920 style speakeasy behind that coffee shop facade at nighttime. So about 5:30, there's going to be a guard standing in front of that to let people inside of the speakeasy that's behind there. You have the Maritime Hotel, which is one of the most popular hotels in this area. And then you have the Google building right there, which is one of many Google buildings in New York City. But you go at it alone if you can't have a friend, and you operate in your uniqueness. This building is so new and exciting. That's a hotel building. The other side of it is a commercial building, but they just built a new 5-star hotel in that area. It's also right off the High Line Park there. So you can go off and enjoy yourself. This area is also home to a lot of artist schools. So a lot of these kids are gonna go off and become fashion designers, work in music and film. It's a very artsy type ordeal in this area. A lot of privileged kids in this area. In terms of, or should I say, a lot of gifted kids in this area. A whole bunch of people coming together just to make this area, and so many different personalities, so many type of friendships are being built in this area. Friendships that'll last temporary and that'll last for a lifetime. But we're just making our way around 9th Avenue, and in our horizon there, you get the whole Chelsea market. Shooting it, seeing the energy of New York City, the energy that makes this place so flavorful. She playing her lottery. Hopefully she'll win something. This was an interesting place when I was younger. I would come down here, do my little photo shoots when I was dabbling in the modeling. Now I'm all old. The Chelsea Market stretches all this whole entire building. Right there at the entrance, stretches all the way in the back, leads all over to the Chelsea Piers. Again, the Google building, and then you have the Tower Restaurant, still there, still thriving. The building's been there forever. And we're going into the West Village, one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in all of New York City. It's extremely expensive to live in the West Village. But if you have the money to, I would definitely recommend it because it's one of the most quiet places in all of Manhattan. And we won't be going all the way down there. In fact, we'll just get on over here to the 14th Avenue. Just soaking up the vibes and the energy and shooting it with you on this camera. I can't believe I lost my damn microphone. So I'm hoping and praying that this audio is up to par. You have the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, which is one of the biggest cafes. They also have that bar in there as well. You have the Homestead Steakhouse that's been there for forever, well over 100 years. Maybe like 125 years. It's been there for a very long time. New York is an interesting place, full of bold characters, full of life. It is what you make it. You go out there and you become great and you live authentic and unique to yourself. You march to the beat of your own drums. You decide what's best for you in life. That building was so run down and rinky-dink. One of my favorite photographers, the late Joseph Blue, used to stay in this building here, and it did not look like that. I'm glad they renovated the facade over there. And each one of those apartments were like a cramped studio. It wasn't a great ordeal, but now it's better. What is that going up? Oh, a Baccarat. You have Gucci, Sephora. As you can see, the name brands all through there. Hermes, all of those. That's the West Village. Right off of Chelsea. That's the High Line in the background. Going to the Chelsea Piers. The very iconic 14th Avenue. I love it that they still got these cobblestone streets. And from Midtown, which is on 34th Street, all the way down to 14th Street, which is in the Meatpacking district. You join me for 20 blocks, which is equivalent to 1 mile. And I want to say thank you for walking with me and soaking in the raw New York City energy. If you're into the New York City lifestyle, hit the like, click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.